Justin Dean with Tenant and DeWitt Property Management. Today I want to talk about tenant damages and security deposits. Now, first thing I'll advise any investor, property owner, rental property owner to do is become very familiar with the Florida Tenant Landlord Act. It's very clear in what a landlord can and can't do when it comes to making a claim on a security deposit. I know it's very frustrating as a property manager and dealing with investors when there's damage done to a property that a tenant has done and that we can't have the tenant completely reimbursed for that damage. Let me give you an example, and this happens all the time. Flooring or carpeting. Tenant moves in, the carpet's in great shape. And maybe we've gone through a couple of tenants, it's 3-4 years old. Tenant comes in, we've videotaped, we documented that the carpet's in good shape, and then when that tenant moves out, there's a stain on the carpet, and basically the carpet's ruined. We have to replace the whole carpet. It's going to cost $1,000. Well, we can't claim $1,000 worth of damage. Basically, judges have ruled that there's a normal wear and tear that's associated with a tenant living there. In addition to that, we have to prorate the cost of the replacement of, for example, this carpeting. You know, if that life expectancy of the carpet was 5 years and it's 3 years old, well, we can't charge that tenant for the entire amount. We can only charge them 20% of that value of the carpet. There's a lot of things that can really get us in trouble if we don't make an appropriate claim, and then we get into legal issues and getting in front of a judge and possibly having to hire an attorney. It's going to cost you money, it's going to cost the tenant money, and the prevailing party gets to be awarded attorney's fees from the other party, from the losing party. So it's very, very important that we make appropriate claims. So the other thing that you need to realize is that having a tenant, when they move out, there's going to be things that are normal when a tenant lives in a property. Nail holes in a wall to hang artwork. That's what you would expect a tenant to do. It's normal wear and tear. And you can't claim for normal wear and tear. Now, if there's 40 nail holes in one wall, that's excessive. And we're allowed to use the security deposit to make repairs on excessive things that would be excessive, like 40 nail holes in a wall. Now, I say all of this, I'm not an attorney, okay? So if you have questions, maybe you want to speak to an attorney. And I also want to say that it's very important that you spell out expectations in your lease on what the tenant can and can't do. So again, regular wear and tear, budget for it. That's the best way to not get in this contentious relationship with a tenant that's moved out and battling over security deposits. Make sure up front that everyone knows what needs to happen. Budget for wear and tear. Know that you're going to have to get the carpets cleaned. Know that you're going to have to do touch-up painting. And if you do that correctly and you budget for it, then it's not going to be a big shock or unexpected event when that tenant moves out and you got to put some money into the property getting it ready for the next tenant. There's a lot of other things that you need to consider when dealing with a security deposit and making sure things don't escalate. If you have questions about what to do, what's a tenant damage, what's an owner responsibility, Dean and DeWitt Property Management is happy to help. Feel free to contact us.